like to thank the city of Birmingham and everybody for putting this on. It's been unbelievable to play in front of our hometown fans, to have a chance to go to Sweet 16. So I thought that was great for our program, great for the state of Alabama, great for the city of Birmingham. So just thank whoever's responsible for bringing the tournament here and putting it on. So it was good. Thought we had a pretty good crowd, pro-Alabama crowd tonight. The start of the game wasn't what we wanted. I think they hit their first 4 field goals. We hung in there. Our defense picked up from there. I think they hit 2 out of their next 20 after that, and we outscored them 24-10, and then we're able to kind of keep the lead and hold them off. Thought the second half we were much better. We were obviously a little concerned. Reese only played 4 minutes in the first half, and they're +6 in those 4 minutes. He played 16 minutes in the second half. But we did a good job. I thought Charles did a good job. Clowney did a good job. So, our defense picked up. Our offense struggled at times tonight, but I thought Quinerly, we needed him to make some shots. I mean, these 2 guys are the only guys that made any threes. We usually shoot a little bit better. We only got 21 off. I thought Maryland did a really good job. You got to give Coach Willard a lot of credit. They did a good job with us. They weren't trying to give them any threes up. We got some of our guys loose in transition, off O boards, kind of loose ball plays. But, we got to the offensive boards. They did too. They had 10, we had 15, but second chance points were 16-4 us. So, give our guys a lot of credit for. I just told them, we may not make shots, but we've constructed a team. We got a style of play that even when we don't make shots, our defense is good enough, and we get to the old boards, we just can't turn it over. Second half, we only had 3 turnovers, getting to the old boards, and eventually we were able to make some shots and break the game opener in the second half. Charles, I think it's his 5th double-double of the year. It was big. If we could get him to make some free throws, it'd be even better. But I thought he was outstanding on the glass and on defense. And it was a great game. We're looking forward to playing San Diego State up in Louisville. So we'll be ready to go Friday.
We'll begin right here, second row, middle.
Brandon, how did you feel out there, and also how did you feel kind of having a bit more success than you did on Thursday?
Well, it felt great. Just being out there. It's just a blessing just being out there. I think growing up as a kid, for all kids, it's a dream for them. And just to be here, it's just a blessing to be here to play and compete with my team.
Javon, this site here, it's a little bit of a rarity where the top 2 seeds in the tournament are both here in the first round. Just wondering what you made of Houston, what you were able to see, and just, these 2 teams can kind of get a little up close, personal look at each other, even though they're not playing each other yet.
We played Houston earlier in the year. That's a really good team over there. Kelvin Sampson's a great coach. And, I think we're just focused on San Diego State right now and, preparing for them.
Right here. No, right behind you.
This is for Brandon. What was the key for you to get into a rhythm? I know they looked like they were trying to get you off early since you weren't able to make any shots in the first game, and I know they. And did you get stiff at all? Did they? I know they did a lot of rehab for you in the last couple of days.
I think the biggest thing coming in this game is just preparation. How you things you put in your body, things how you really just come out and just get loose with your team. And I feel like I just came out with a lot of energy, the energy that me and my teammates needed to get a win over a great team.
Javon, you tweeted the other day about Jersey being different. FDU wins, Princeton goes to the Sweet 16. You're out here scoring 22 points. What's going on with Jersey basketball?
Oh man, that's a good question.
He's got the shirt that says "Basketball needs Jersey."
Yes, sir. Shout out to NJ
Apparently,
Hooper
basketball
crew.
needs Jersey.
St. Peter's made the run last year. I was very excited for them. After we lost in the first round, rooting for them. I went to high school right around the corner from St. Peter's. FDU, I live right around the corner from FDU, so, I was kind of really excited for them. I got a high school teammate who plays for them as well. You know, Jersey is just different in March.
Javon, this is for you and Brandon. Just clicking at the right time last year, coming off the knee injury around this time. How confident is your game? It seems like it's really clicking at the right time. Brandon, how big is it to have him be scoring 20 plus in these games?
Man, just looking at his injury and where he's come from, I think it's crazy. Really proud of him. Look at him as a big brother. I've always looked up to him. Just him having. It's not even just about him scoring 20. I think it's him sitting down on defense and getting stops that we need. So that's just not about scoring the ball in the hoop. It's about the margin plays, who's diving on the floor, who's getting all the rebounds. So it's just a great person to have around.
You're getting me sentimental over here.
We're going to go to Zoom now and take a question from Chris Heidel.
Hey, this is Chris Heidel from Herberton Radio in Baltimore. Congratulations on the win. This question is for Javon from New Jersey. Just talk about, you played against Maryland a couple years ago. What did they look like today that different from 2 years ago?
You know, they had a coaching change, Kevin Willard, you know, really great coach. Recruited me coming out of high school, so you know, I'm really familiar with him, and you know, they had a different style. I feel like, you know, they played a little bit slower than they did 2 years ago, and they really value possessions, and you know, that's a really good team over there, and you know, yeah.
Right here and then behind you.
Brandon, you said you felt good, but from a pain factor scale, where were you heading into this game?
I'm 100%. It's like I said, it's just the preparation. I feel like me and Clark prep for this game, just physical wise. So I think it's the biggest thing was just the preparation coming in this game.
For both of you, how much of a difference maker has Chuck been down low since postseason started, whether it's rebounding or scoring or whatever?
He's been a huge presence for us. You know, I really think he made that jump from last year, and he's been huge for us. You know, I feel like he doesn't get a ton of credit, but you know, his teammates are definitely. We try and let him know that, you know, he's a huge part of what we do.
Last question in the back.
Going from here, how do you manage to keep your poise, your leadership ability? How do you manage to stay still focused, so focused? You got the Sweet 16 coming up. What we're going to do there? How's this going to parlay over from being in Birmingham to being in another location?
I think it's just about us being focused. This is a great win tonight. I think we're going to come in tomorrow and probably get our bodies back together and just start from the basics to prepare for San Diego State.
You know, playing in the Sweet 16 and losing to UCLA 2 years ago, you know, just that feeling, I remember that feeling. So, you know, I'm just going to let the guys know that, you know, we're close, we're very close, but, you know, we still got a ways to go, and, you know, we're definitely going to, you know, prepare as best as we can.
Okay, at this time, the players are dismissed. We'll start up front. Please remember to state your name and affiliation.
Drew DeArmond, WZZN Radio, Huntsville, Alabama. Coach, I wanted to, it's like a broken record, but I wanted to mention a couple of Noah Gurley's key plays. He created a turnover in the second half that was big, and then he got a big offensive rebound put back that kind of iced the game. And then I also, my second part is, you just got through playing against a team that's more of a half-court team, slows it up. Do you think that will help you against San Diego State? I know you hadn't had a chance to dive into them yet.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the San Diego State game today. I was busy still watching Maryland film, you know, with the short turnaround. I'm a big fan, but when we got a game to win, I try to lock in on the team we're playing. So I know San Diego State's defense is elite. That's what I've been told by our staff. You know, and Furman's a really good team, and they shut Furman out. So we're going to have to spend a lot of time prepping for them. We'll spend a lot of time tomorrow. The players will be off tomorrow, but the coaches will be in work. And as far as Noah Gurley goes, yeah, I was really fired up on that offensive board put back. I thought he made a great play, drove the ball in. kicked it out, got Brandon a great shot. Didn't go. He stayed in there, got a putback. I was really happy for him. You know, and then the steal he forced was out of a timeout. You know, our two guys in the pick and roll didn't do a great job. You know, I thought Reese was coming free for a dunk or a layup, and Noah kind of put his hand in there, got a deflection, knocked it off Reese's leg, and made a huge play for us. So, you know, he played 10 minutes tonight. You know, we were +3 when he was in. He missed both his. I think his last 4 games he was 6 of 9 from 3 going into that. So didn't make any there, but that's fine. He was 0 for 2 against A&M. He's 0 for 2 today. That probably means he's set up for a couple good shooting. He'll get back in the gym. When we're back, he spends a lot of time in the gym. He'll be primed for a good shooting game, hopefully against San Diego State up in Louisville.
Chase Goodrip with the Tuscaloosa News. Want to ask you about the three-point shooting. You're only able to get off 7 attempts in the first half, twice that in the second half. What was Maryland's defense doing in the first half to prevent the looks, and was there a change at halftime to open it up out there?
Our defense is similar to ours, to be honest with you. Like, they try to guard pick and roll with 2 guys. They drop the big. They don't really help off. You know, so they just weren't helping off our shooters, and we didn't do a good enough job, you know, attacking their bigs and the pick and roll. And I thought that backup centers in without Reese in. So, you know, we didn't do a great job. The first play out of the second half, we kind of tried to screen the big. Quinerly got downhill, got the layup. They made some other adjustments. You know, to be honest with you, I thought we got, and I'd have to go back and look at this, I thought we got a lot of our threes in the second half off some offensive rebounds, some transition opportunities, kind of broken plays, because they had a good plan and they did a good job of it. And we got to do a better job with our offensive plan against a team that's going to do that. But, yeah, I told our guys, like, 1 of 7, that's not how we play. Like, I mean, we'd like to get 30-plus up a game. Well, we only got 21 up tonight, but we were able to get on the offensive boards. And, you know, at the rim, you know, we got 23 shots at the rim, so did they. And we were 12 of 23, or they were 12 of 23. We were 13 of 23. Kind of the difference was, you know, they ended up taking 21 non at the rim twos, and we only took 8. So, you know, we were able to take a lot more threes. We made 6. I think they only made 1. So, you know, it's still a difference. You know, we got little different styles. We were able to get off a few more. Quinerly was able to get a few off the dribble in the second half, which, you know, he's going 4-6. He's playing at a pretty high level right now.
Yeah, Coach Charlie Potter with Bama Online. When you hear JQ say he's going to tell the guys we're close, but we still have a ways to go, just what does that say about the leadership of the guys coming back that want to advance further than Sweet 16?
Yeah, I mean, we've been there. Q's been there. We shot 12 of 25 at the free throw line. We got to get back and work on some little small details like some free throws. You know, Q's been there, been close, went to overtime. You know, we've got more in us, I think. So San Diego State's a great team. We're going to have to prepare really well to play for them. We're going to have to get some better production out of some of our other guys. And I think the leadership that Quinerly, Gurley, even some of our freshmen been giving us is great. But Quinerly's the one that's been there, was that close and missed, you know. So we're going to get our guys focused and prepped, and we're going to do a good job in these next 5 days leading into this game.
Right here.
Yeah, Nate, Tony Sakalis, Tide Illustrated. You didn't dip too much into your bench this game. It's normally a strength of yours. Just what went to the decision to kind of lean more on the starters today?
They were playing well. You know, I think getting into your bench is a lot more important the first game when you play 2 games in 3 days. You know, I kept asking them if they needed one. Quinerly needed one, come out. Charles needed one. We got Pringle in. You know, if they needed a break, we'd get them one. If I could tell they were a little tired, we'd get them one. We tried to get some. You know, you've also got longer timeouts in the NCAA tournament. I mean, these timeouts seem like they go forever. So, you know, you get a little more rest time in your standard media timeouts. You know, and we had some timeouts close, you know, rest a guy. I think there was one at maybe the 8:44 mark. Rest them for those, get the next media timeout, kind of they didn't sit that much game time, but we're able to sit a lot of real time. So, you know, I mean, I trust our bench. Just our starters were playing pretty well, and we kind of roll with them. You know, first game, I think Ryland led us in minutes with just over 21. Today, all the starters were, you know, at least 27 minutes. So we can go either way with it. You know, Lamari played double-digit minutes, and he was the only one off the bench. It's not like we don't trust the guys, but I thought the starters were playing well, and we kind of rode with them a little bit more tonight.
Nick Kelly, Tuscaloosa News. You mentioned JQ and you being here 2 years ago, and now to now. I mean, how's your relationship with him evolved over that time?
Look, I love JQ. I mean, he's got a big heart. He's trying to lead these guys. He's grown up a lot since he got here. You know, it was ironic when we played at A&M. Jay Wright had our game, so me and Jay were talking. You know, Javon came over, gave Jay a hug, and Jay said, man, he's grown up a lot as a leader since I had him. I said, shoot, he's grown up a lot since we first had him. You know, he's made big strides. He's understands what's important. You know, he speaks up when he needs to speak up. I think he's taken ownership of this team, like it's his team. You know, it's a lot of guys' team. We got leadership from a lot of guys, but he's definitely one of them. He finds a way to come around and play really well at the end of the year every year. I mean, he was SEC tournament MVP 2 years ago. I thought he was playing his best basketball last year, you know, towards ACL. I'd like to think that game would have gone a different way if we'd have had him for the full 40 minutes, you know, in the tournament. But he's playing his best basketball by far right now, and I think he doesn't want to let his teammates down. He wants to take this team as far as we can go.
Mike Rodak with AL.com. I know Brandon always says he'll go, you know, he'll be 100% healthy, but how far did you think he actually was going into it? Do you think he'd be able to play 34 minutes?
You know what? I didn't know how many minutes he'd be able to play. It seemed like the longer he went, the more loose it got, the better he was. I saw him kind of wince early. He didn't have the same pop. I mean, I'm looking at his stats. You know, he ended up 3 of 11 from 2. You know, and a lot of those are at the rim. I thought his finishing had been really good. You know, the whole conference, playing everything. You know, he definitely wasn't 100%. He's going to tell you he's 100%. He's a tough kid that's going to play through some stuff and not let people on as how much he's hurt. But him and Clark spent a lot of time together over the last 48 hours, and, you know, give him a lot of credit. He was going to go. I mean, there's no question ever about whether he was going to go or not. He just, you know, we'll rest him how we need to rest him until they feel like he's ready to practice. And if we don't have him for a few practices, that's fine. We got to get his groin as close to 100% as we can by Friday.
Katie Wyndham from Bama Central. Nate, you talked about in your opening offensive rebounding. Just how much have you seen him improve in that area the last couple of games, and maybe his aggressiveness in that area specifically?
Yeah, it's been huge. I mean, you look at our second chance points, and it's 16-4. That's a big difference in the game. So I think he's been going. You know, some of these teams will switch us because we don't post a ton. He's been punishing the switch on the glass. You know, with our switch attacks, a lot of times guards going at the big on the perimeter. Well, part of that is we tell our guards you can't get shot blocked, you know, or we're coming downhill and bigs rotating over. Like, don't get your shot blocked, at least get it up on the rim, because now our bigs got a guard on them trying to block them out. Like, we need to punish the switch or punish the smash down. Charles has been doing a great job of that. I mean, look, he had five offensive rebounds. You know, he had a third of the team's offensive rebounds. So he's playing great for us. He's a great kid. I mean, you guys have gotten to know him pretty well. I mean, he's very soft-spoken, but the whole angry Chuck deal's very true. He's got a side of him that comes out when we need it to come out. Part of this offensive rebound is him playing aggressive and hard and punishing the switches. I mean, he gets him on the guards. He gets him on the bigs, too. You know, he would have had another one if he didn't have the over-the-back call, but would work on trying to get him not to go over the back and still rebound the ball pretty well.
Very back.
Sheila Smoot, Summit Media, Birmingham. With everything going around you, and now you're going on the road, you're getting the Sweet 16, what are you saying to this team to stay focused only on basketball and going to the next level? What are you telling them directly to keep
Yeah,
them
I
there?
mean, we talk about we've got big picture items and we got to be concerned with that. And then we have the details that matter when you get to practice in the games. When I say matter, they matter to the game. Like you got to focus on what matters in practice. You got to focus on what matters in the game. And you are where your feet are. When we're in practice, we're focusing on that. When we're in video, we're focused on the preparation for whether it's practice or game. When we're in the game, and we kind of had that talk going into the SEC tournament. I thought our guys did a great job focusing on the task at hand for 3 straight games in the SEC tournament. I think they've done a really good job for 2 straight games here. The first 2 rounds of focusing on what they need to focus on when they're in practice, video, games, whatever it is. And then, the appropriate big picture stuff will take, our guys know what they're dealing with on that other stuff.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.